as I can. I'm letting you know that I am recording this meeting simply because you can go back to it and refer to it later. And that way you don't have to worry about me doing anything. So I'm going to, as I have the norms, I'm going to put them up. It's like hi and welcome. That's my Bitmoji. Video is optional, but please mute your mic. We are going to use the chat feature for questions. Take notes as you need it, or if y'all want to talk about it in the chat, we can download it later. And please ask questions because that is what it is here for. Okay. So I'm going to resume screen sharing. Let me check, make sure nobody else wants in right now. All right, good. Okay, so here we go. Schoology, pretty fun curriculum management software. So where's that? Most of us, I'm going to show you from a parent's perspective first, as a parent, and then I will show you from a student's perspective, because I know some of y'all have multiple kids and we've got a lot of questions about how to link them. So for parents, you go to student and parents. Oh, I'm not on the wrong, it's FBISD. Sorry, not our school homepage. You go parents and students from the district website, and you notice parent login shows up right here. The other reason I'm showing you from the parent's perspective is simply because they can't get it past you if they know you know it. So you're going to enter the email that is in Skyward. And the password, and you click login. And so this is what it looks like from a parent's perspective. I'm currently viewing it as Lucas. I can go back to mom. This is mom, right? I don't have any courses or groups. You may be involved in that on your campus. This is where they would send them. But, so you will come over here. Let me move this out of my way. Click on your name, and your children should show below it. So here is my son, okay? On this basic introductory screen, this is the screen he sees when he logs in. You will see any graded assignments that have been done. You will see upcoming is what he has due. You will see all the posts that he's done, including his replies, what his teachers are posting in, etc. You will see his groups. He doesn't have any groups he belongs to, but if he did and he had extra ones, you could go there. And then you see, go back to him. Okay. And then, so he doesn't have any groups, my groups. And then you can go to courses, and this is his course load. Okay. So, okay. So when he goes into his courses, I'm going to show you again, he's first grade. It's not that big a deal. I'm going to show you his courses. The teachers are creating their content. So math, they all have math every day, right? It will show you the administrators. Let's say you want, the admins are also the teachers. So you can go in and email them. So for example, Tracy Gaines, that's his homeroom teacher. If I needed to email her, I would just click her. Of course, it's not going to do that. I'll show you how to email them in a minute. I'm thinking from a teacher perspective, I apologize. But you go in here, their navigation is over on the left. We'll come back to Clever and conferences in just a minute. The folders should be available to them with their work content in it. So you can see that right there. Okay. When I switch it to parent, I'm not involved in any courses. So if you want to know what is going on with your student, you're going to have to look at it through your student's perspective. Okay. You will not be able to submit anything for him. So Earth Day, so that's art. So for example, art right here. Okay. I can see he has an assignment, but notice it's not letting me click, right? Student folder, week 3. Even if I came in here to look at week 3, okay? I I can view what other kids have posted, but notice I cannot post because I am not the student, okay? But in every folder, in every course, excuse me, they should have a parent folder for you to have information from, okay? If they do not have a parent folder, you can email the teacher, okay? So going back to math, okay? Let me check the chat. Hold on. Okay. All right. Awesome. No questions so far. So in the courses, you were told that they are going to have conferences and Clever Access. I'm going to go to conferences first because it's easiest. So I'm going to go to the course. Again, he's my son, so I put him in one of my courses. Miss Brumley's office hours, right? So we'll come back to the assignment in just a minute. Conferences will always, if they are hosting their conferences through Schoology, it will be under this tab on the left navigation bar right here. You click conferences, it's right there. It is not showing because he's a first grader. It has nothing. I'll show you on my side when I log into me. Okay. It's because I'm viewing as Lucas, and Lucas is a first grader, and Schoology does have proprietary stuff where it tries to protect the kids even within the system. So going back to it, going back to that math course, let's say the teacher tells you to access something in Clever. Okay, Clever is right here. You see Brain Plop, Clever. Okay. Now that's funny. Okay. Apparently first graders don't have Clever access. So while I am logging in as myself, I'm going to open it up to chat and then I will bring you back in so you can see where the Clever access is. So do I have any questions as of right now? Because I can also see the chat since I am not sharing. We're good? Can you give me, using your reaction button, can you give me a thumbs up if we're good? Just to check in with y'all. And then, oh. Awesome. And remember, I am recording this for y'all so that if you need to, you can go back and check it out. So let me get logged in under me. Give me just a second, ladies, guys. All right, now back to sharing. Here we go. So I logged in under myself. This is the teacher view, which is very similar to the students, but you notice I have some overdue, notice September 2019, I have overdue assignments. It does tell you, so don't let them tell you it doesn't, okay? And the assignments go in chronological order. So for example, February is down here. All my courses have a news feed kind of like Facebook, and it posts here. Like I'm a CTE instructor, library, flipped classrooms, okay? Going back to that office hour course, I have several, as you can see. I gotta go down here and find it. The courses are always listed in alphabetical order. So here's my office hour course, right? Okay, we are talking about conferences. You come down here. This is what it will look like for conferences, okay? When the teacher starts the conference, like if I started this one, it will show in progress, okay? I'm just going to leave it, okay? So they would just join the in progress meeting, all right? So let me, you need to come down here. There we go. So that's where they would do it. If not, I will show you the other way through Teams. But I'm going back to my office hours, and we're going to look at Clever. So right above conferences is Clever. Ooh, hold on, I got a question. Conferences does not work on the mobile app. It only works on the computer. Thank you for reminding me about that, Miss Glass. Few things about, hold on. Few things about Schoology. Number one, it pretty well is not going to work under Internet Explorer, especially conferences. You can use Internet Explorer / Microsoft Edge to submit assignments, but it's going to get glitchy on you and it's going to be really laggy. Schoology works better under Chrome and Firefox. And then number two, there is a Schoology app. It's on a tablet and a telephone. It does lose a lot of the function. Some of the functionality improves, but some of the functionality goes to, oh, I totally forgot to show y'all how to add kids. I'll go back to that. And the contact the teacher. It loses some of the functionality because it's built for smaller systems. So conferences is one of the things they kiboshed right at the beginning. Conferences don't work at all on the app. So just so you know. Okay, let me go back to the screen, go back to sharing. Good question, thank you for it. So Clever, this is where all the textbooks are. You click right here, okay? They will log in with LDAP. Now, LDAP means district credentials. So that will be whatever gets them on the computer at school. For our students, it's usually their lunch number without the 0, and then their district password. Staff have to have a really long password. I hope I typed it right. Once they log in with their district credentials, they will have access to all of this stuff. See, Discovery Education Code, World Book Online, a whole litany of stuff. This is where teachers will send them. I do not have textbook access as librarian, ironically. I know it's funny. Actually, we might. So let's just see. English. Oh, no. Okay, but this is where they'll go to access their English textbooks. This may be like Book Taco. They may send them here to go look for something. Book Creator. This is where they go to access that. Okay, so it's right here. Okay, so now I'm going to, let me check my list. Student overview. My courses, conferences, Clever. Submitting an assignment. Okay, so we are going to have an assignment for class, correct? No. I know what I'll do. Courses. Okay. I'm going to choose another peers course on, and he will be okay with it. So I'm going to choose Avid, the Sam. Ooh, chat. Hold on, guys. Okay, for Schoology, and I'm putting it in the chat, login equals student email. So john.smith1514 at. Hold on just a second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Had to be mom for a sec. Chat. Oh, and then password's the same. Clever login equals district credentials. Okay. Lunch number. Okay, I just put it in the chat for y'all so you had it. Cool. So going back to this, let's say I'm taking this Avid course. And he doesn't have anything to submit. Okay, tips and tricks. And you go through it because it's not going to let Lucas. Actually, no. Hold on. I know there's an assignment in here. I just got to find it. Okay. Okay. So this is what an assignment will look like. You click it, and they will have to answer the questions. Okay. You can see I already did it. For media album, which is kind of like anything else, you would click add media and submit it that way. Okay. Design and work out. This was a media album as well. Okay. So, haha, I know a way around it. What we can do is for an assignment, if they have an assignment, it will be much like that assessment we saw, the puzzle piece. So let me get back to where it was. Here. Yes. Okay. They will click here. They will click on it, and it will pull up a screen that looks similar to this one, but over here it will say submit assignment, and they click it. Okay. Because I know some kids are very new at this, if they come to our homepage, and this is for you as well, I'm the librarian, so you click on library. And if you look down here, I have created a whole bunch of resources for y'all. Parent resources, this is how to access Schoology, Clever, troubleshooting, etc. And all of these are videos that the students can watch on how to, for example, uploading files to OneDrive, submitting lessons on Schoology. That walks them both through from OneDrive and how to submit, okay? So it's there. Sorry, can't show you on this way, but I don't have a student login. And so if you, and just so y'all have it, let me see the chat. Okay, here's the library reference page. That way you can give it to the kiddos and say, hey, Ms. Brumley posted a video, go watch. I know she did. She told me. How can they get their password if they don't remember? You can have them, either you, because I just did this for another parent earlier, have them contact me and I can reset their password, or their teachers can look it up for them. Okay, but it has to be somebody on the campus, so that's why I said me. Okay, so let me look at my list. Submit an assignment. You can watch the video. It's about a minute and a half. It's not long. And on submitting assignment. Go back to my parent overview. So, what is the password for Clever? The password for Clever is the same as Schoology and logging into the computer. So it will be whatever 8+ digit password they created on campus, or if someone had to reset it, it will be that password. That's considered their district password. Okay, so cool. All right, let me go back to sharing my screen. And I wanted to show you, just in case you have multiple children, let me log out as teacher. Okay. So I'm going to go to the Fort Bend homepage again. I'm going to go to parents and students and parent login. And you log in the Schoology. And you use the email that you have in Skyward, Oh, no, this is the password. Okay, you log in. Now, this is, you're viewing it, it logs you in. I only have one child, so it's going to throw me into viewing it from his perspective. But if you have more than one student, you need to go to you, change it to you, and then you click here and you click add child. Okay. You will contact the PEIMS person on your campus and they will just give you a child code. Okay. And you will put it right there, click use code, and then we'll add a child to your roster. So if you have 4 different students in 4 different schools, you can add them all and you can look at all of them right here. And it would just list their names right underneath it. Okay. Now, what I forgot to show you earlier was how to contact teachers. So let's go to math, right? And Lucas is really struggling in math. He doesn't know what he's doing, okay? So what you can do is see this email, message admins. And guess what? It's going to hit everybody that has access to that course. And you could just put, you know, student needs help, type the message, click send. If you have any screenshots, you can always upload them as a file or a link and then hit send. I'm not going to message everybody in this class. They might get a little nervous. And then it goes to them. What I will also tell you is if it emails them in in Schoology, they will also get an email in their Outlook because Schoology automatically sends us notice. Okay. So are there any more questions? That's pretty much it for Schoology. What I would recommend you doing is getting if you don't know your login, you're going to have to contact your PEIMS person for your campus. They should all be available to contact. Call the school. They can transfer or they can give you an extension. Get a login and log in from your perspective so you can see, and then have your student log in as well, and so you can see it from their perspective. Parent login does work on the app, but as an educator, I use the educator login more, so I keep my educator credentials on there. But now is the time. You have a listening and willing ear. If any of you have any questions, please go ahead and ask them. You can unmute yourself or type them. I can see either or. I think
Okay, so if we already I have 4 students and I had the Schoology app and I had all 4 of them in here. So it's still going to work the same way. I can log in and see all 4 of them.
Yes, you should, because when you click on the hamburger, you should have the option of change child.
Okay.
Or what I call the hamburger, the 3 little lines. I don't know if you have.
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Tech terms, we call it the hamburger. Hamburger, and then the waffle is the one that looks like it has the 9 squares. Your son can only submit on his phone, but not the computer. That is interesting, and the first time I've heard that. Miss Ward, what I'm going to tell you is have your son, just so all of y'all know, I have office hours for students every day from 4 to 5. I'm here for technology. I'm here for research. I'm here. What I would do on campus, I'm doing virtually. So, Ms. Ward, I'm going to tell your son to come see me at 4 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay, for sure.
Okay. And because I can work with him and I can actually walk him through it and we can figure out the technical issues. And I'm working with y'all. Our campus is lucky because I'm also one of the technology integration champions. So I work, I don't know how many of y'all did the parent trainings and the tech line, but I'm one of those people that work that too. So I'll be able to get it, hopefully.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Okay, so I'm going to